Bleh.
Hello.
So we're kind of doing it the same way as last time. Beginning of day 4, doing our day 3 recap. We were really tired last night and weren't Well, we actually tried to make a day 3 video and we were like 7 minutes in and the video just stopped and didn't save at all. So technical difficulties. So we chalked it up and went to bed because we weren't doing that again. So yesterday, we all night, like we said in the last video, we hopped on an overnight bus from Madrid to Barcelona with no plans. Yeah, it was a very uncomfortable bus. It was an 8-hour bus ride and we slept for maybe like an hour and a half. Was not comfortable. But we made it to Barcelona with absolutely nothing set up, no hostels lined up, no hotels, whatever. And so we get to the airport, or not airport, the bus station, and we get off and there was actually a booth for Leica Mobile, which is like it's like the AT&T of Europe basically. And they had a deal going on, which for 40 gigs of data, it was 15 euros, which is like an insane good deal. And we actually found out through the last hostel, Safe Stay, Madrid, there's a dude there who was like, yeah, this is what I got. And he was like, it's a super good deal. So we actually were referred to them by another person. And it's worked out really well, actually.
Our breakfast, we still had rice cakes and peanut butter left over, so we finished that off for our breakfast, and it was actually pretty filling.
Yeah, we had a lot of rice cakes and peanut butter.
But we ate that at home all the time, anyways. We're trying to keep it as close as possible.
We're trying to keep high protein intake just because we don't want to gut all of our muscles like after all the hard work we put in. So we're trying to keep a high protein intake, tuna, peanut butter. It's not cheap, but it's not the worst thing ever either. And so then we got data and there's no Wi-Fi at the bus station, so it worked out because we hopped online and we lined up a hostel and it was $100.
So expensive.
It was $100 for 2 nights, which like hostels are supposed to be the cheap way to live, and it was not cheap, and the reviews weren't good, and it just was rough stuff. So we actually went online and she had seen a couple places that were cheaper than that, she thought. And so we looked up this campground that we're at now, and like it's a mixture of an RV park, a bungalow, and like community living. And we're in the community living part, but for 2 nights, it was like 50 euros or something or 60 euros.
And it has a massive pool. It is literally on the beach. So we just walk around the corner and we're on a beautiful beach. It's completely like no trash anywhere. It's beautiful. There's mountains that touch the beach. It's crazy.
There's a little workout area. There's
there's the outdoor
courts.
Gym workout area, and we'll do like a video tour of this place so y'all can see it. But community showers. We have a little fridge in our room. We have 2 twin beds.
Yeah, this is our room right here.
Yeah,
it's a little messy right now, but we're just sitting on the floor chilling.
And the most hilarious part of yesterday was when we came into this room, it was so humid. It was insane. But we like passed out of sleep. And then later that night,
drenched in sweat.
He had a remote in his hand and he thought it went to the fridge, which I don't know what he was saying. I think he was just so tired. I
heard beeping, and the only electronic thing in the area was the fridge. So I figured it was like to turn on the fridge. I was like, that's so weird.
We've gotten so used to no place having AC. So when he pressed it, I saw these vents move and I was like, what? There's been AC the whole time? And he's like, there's no AC. And I was like, you just moved the vents. And so we cranked it down low and had like the best night's sleep.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was very comfortable. Separately, of course, we share the same bed.
Leave room for Jesus.
But that's not a joke. We actually did sleep separately.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so then when we got to
let's backtrack a little bit before. Yeah, we found this place online and it looked super dope. So we rescheduled a reservation, and the only problem was to get there because this is way outside of Barcelona. It's kind of on the outskirts to the southwest. And we were in the center of Barcelona. And we were
looking more to stay on the beach than in the city anyway.
If it worked, this was like the perfect dream spot to find. We're so happy that we're here. But to get out here, you had to do like this
metro.
You had to know so much about Europe, like you had to take a metro to a bus station to another bus station, and then take that bus station here. And we're familiar with the metro. We don't know the bus system. We've never done that in Chicago, never done any of that. Well, the metro is more expensive here than it was even in Madrid.
It was like $15 for one ticket.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that was for the pass. Just regardless, it wasn't a good deal for us because we weren't going to be staying in the city, so we weren't going to use the good deal pass. We would have had to buy a single ticket, which was a bad deal, and it was only like a 2-stop train. So why'd you get on and get off in 2 stops? So we just walked for about 15-20 minutes on top of the on the sidewalk. Yeah, it might have been a little more with all our bags and stuff. We're getting crazy looks because we're walking through. It was a pretty ghetto part of Barcelona, actually. Like, it smelled like urine for a lot of the trip and really dirty, but it was still cool just to see different spots. But we finally made it to the bus stop, to the right bus stop, and
wrong bus.
Yeah, well, compared to the metro where like everything is different colored lines, it makes it really easy. This I'm following on Google Maps, and it says take the yellow bus L95. Well, the key part is the L95 part, because apparently all the buses are yellow. Because the first yellow bus that pulled up, we got on, and we're like, we didn't have any euros on us. We didn't have a bus pass, anything. So the bus driver was so cordial and was like, just go ahead, like, we'll take you, which worked out because he took us to the very wrong spot. But, so then we get to the end of the bus route, and he's like, all right, everybody off the bus, this is the last stop. And we're like, this is not where we're supposed to be. So we're asking him and trying to figure stuff out, and he's like, yeah, you're supposed to be on this bus.
Any English.
Nobody speaks English. And so he tells us how to get to the right bus. So we go to the next bus stop and we get on the right. We wait for about 15 minutes. We go to the ATM. We go to the ATM and get euros because we're not sure if this bus driver will let us, get on for free too. Well, we get on the bus and we were at the bus stop, and he just kind of like came up, opened the door, and we thought somebody else was getting on. No, he didn't even open the door. He just stopped, let people off, and then took off.
He was in a massive hurry, we could tell. And like we got on, and he was like, just get in the back. And he started driving like crazy. But what ended up happening was we were on the right bus, but he was trying to catch up to the next bus because something was wrong with his back tire. And so once we caught up to the next bus, he like shoved us all off the bus and was like, get on that bus. And we're like, what the hell is happening?
Everybody else understands like how to get back to their original route. We have no idea.
Yeah, so we get on this next bus, which is the wrong bus. So we went from the wrong bus to the right bus to the wrong bus. But this bus driver was the sweetest.
No, this guy.
He was
nice. It wasn't a sweet one. He was nice, but we get to the end of his route, and of course we're even farther now. We went above where we needed to go, and then way past it, and we are farther now away from our destination than whenever we first started.
Like it was only supposed to be an hour, and this was turning like a 3-hour.
3.5-hour bus ride, and
But on the bright side, we basically got a free bus tour around every part of Barcelona.
Not a single person charged us a bus ticket because we're so confused. They were confused. Just there was so much confusion. They're like, just get on the bus and sit here.
We saw the richest parts. We saw some mountains. We saw the whole bus ride at the beach. We saw everything. So
it was interesting.
Yeah.
But finally we get on the last bus. We're on the furthest bus stop away from the city, like next to the beach. And we're on this bus. The bus driver's French, and he, he's trying to communicate. And basically, he's saying, "This is not the right bus, but I'm going to like detour and drop you off at the bus stop you're trying to go to."
So sweet.
He was the best. And so I'm exhausted because I didn't sleep on the bus at all. So on the way, like I've been like figure it out this entire time, and I fell asleep on this last bus ride. I could not stay awake, and we're all like, I'm kind of groggy. She's paying attention, but not really. And
I was paying attention. The map was so slow that our little blue bubble wasn't catching up in time, so it was like one stop behind.
So we're where
we were supposed to get off, I thought it was the next one, and the bus driver comes out.
Yeah, he gets out of his booth and is like, "Hey, this is y'all stop."
And the bus was completely full, so that was so sweet.
Yeah, he went out of his way to make sure
And the sweet old man on the bus, well, he was sleeping, of course. Gave me this bracelet because I offered him my seat, and he thought it was cute.
Yeah. Also, to the to the parents that care, we got married in Madrid on the walking tour. We didn't talk about that. So we went to the church on the tour, and apparently the tour guide is an officiant, and he married us. We didn't ask him to. We didn't agree to it, but according to Madrid's law, we're married now.
According to Madrid, the saying is you have to walk this alleyway behind the church and then you're married. And so literally, oh my God. So out of the whole group, and there's a lot of couples in the group, he looks at us and he's like, so y'all are married now? And we're like,
apparently they can like marry people without even like having them ask. Like you can just like, that's not how the tradition goes. It's just like,
I told him, I was like, my mom's gonna be so mad at me. She said that I couldn't do that. And he was like, oh, well.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm definitely gonna clickbait the video, be like, we're married
Got
by
married.
the way. We forgot to tell y'all. Oh, I know. Yeah,
Oh.
so y'all have fun with this one. But yeah, so we got out here. This is a super dope place. We'll do the recap, or like we'll do a video tour of it before we leave tomorrow. But that was pretty much, we got here eventually, we fell asleep, we passed out, and then we met a really cool couple actually from Florida.
Who was on the last bus stop with us. They had these awesome hiking backpacks.
Yeah, because she told me, she's like, those are the backpacks we should have gotten. Those look so comfortable. And like
they go over the shoulder, and they clip right here, so there's no pressure on your shoulders at all, and they're huge hiking backpacks.
Well, the reason they had them was because they just did the Camino, which is an 870-kilometer walk through like mountains and stuff. It took them 34 days of just nonstop walking, and they may or may not have convinced us to do it ourselves.
They're so inspirational, and they're from Florida. Well, she's German, but I guess they met and now they live in Florida. So we're like,
they've been married. They've been married 40 years. He's a post office worker, retired like mailman. Mm-hmm. He was wearing his like U.S. post office hat, his boots, just super cool.
But they're like in their 60s and did 34 days of walking every single hour. Like just so cool.
We learned so much like that. It was awesome. And the best part, she was going, because they're headed back home, and they didn't want to have to check another bag. So she got her hiking backpack and gave it to Katie.
And it's the best bag.
So when we do our Camino ourselves, which will be happening, I guarantee it, we now have a freaking awesome hiking backpack that we got for free.
And it's going to really help us out right now because we're struggling a little bit, mostly him because he was carrying it the whole time, even though I offered like every 10 minutes. But we have too many bags. We have 3 bags.
We have 2. Yeah, we have 2 like
so heavy.
We have 2 anti-theft backpacks, but since they're so secure, they're also really small. Yeah. And so if we can stick like our clothes and stuff that like isn't crucial, like there's stuff that we want to keep safe, but like we shouldn't have both our backpacks be like secure backpacks.
So we're not leaving here with more than this bag and
one bag. So we can just one backpack. I'll probably have the big one. And or she'll have we haven't figured that part out, but
especially because we have 2 walking tours tomorrow in Barcelona, and so we're probably gonna have to bring our bags for that one.
Yeah, so
just having 2 bags will make it doable for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, it'll make life so much easier. But that was with them. That we talked for hours. We could talk about so much with them, but it's
hopefully we'll get a picture with them so we can attach it. We just wrote them like a thank you card today and slipped it under their door.
Yeah. Yeah, they just finished and they're headed back to Florida here in a couple days. So we'll try and get a picture with them.
Today our goal, well, we went to, the supermarket here was a little pricey, so we wanted to try a different one. So we walked like a mile on the beach. Oh yeah.
She doesn't understand how this works. I'm just playing.
We'll have a great story for you tomorrow.
Yeah, we have more to talk to y'all about tomorrow.